I'm joined by one of the progressives running in the Midwest, Mandela Barnes. He is a Democratic candidate running for governor in Wisconsin. Mandela, it's good to see you. I am curious, would an endorsement from AOC move the needle in this race?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. And I can say that she was supportive of me in 22. She had some great things to say, and I would absolutely welcome her support in this race.
When she endorsed you back in 2022, I mean, you lost to the senator, Ron Johnson, but just a single point. Do you expect to get her endorsement this time around? And how are you viewing this race differently, given how close it was for you last time?
Oh, I don't operate with any expectations or any assumptions. What I do is get out there and I do the hard work. Now, we were counted out from the very beginning in that race. And as you mentioned, it was decided by 1 point. It was the closest U.S. Senate race in the state in over 100 years, closest challenge to any incumbent in 22. No incumbent lost statewide. All that while having $50 million spent against me, the largest super PAC targeted any Democratic candidate had its focus on me, and we still came up just 1 point shy. And since then, I've been back to my roots in organizing, showing up to build coalitions, mobilizing grassroots support all across the state of Wisconsin. And that's what we're folding into this campaign. That's how we're going to get it done this November, showing up in community to community, not taking a single vote for granted.
Well, that's the wake-up call in part that others have been speaking about, and given the tent that Democrats find themselves under. I mean, you're not the only progressive running in your race. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez calls herself a progressive. A state representative, Francesca Hong, is a self-described Democratic socialist. What makes you different from either?
Well, it's uniquely understanding this moment and being uniquely prepared for this moment. My working class background, growing up in a middle class, hard working household, that taught me not just the value of hard work, but most importantly, building community, the impact of my parents' union membership and how that provided an opportunity for me that unfortunately wasn't the case for so many people who are around me. My fight is to make sure that every single child growing up in the state of Wisconsin has at least the same opportunities that I had. This fight, this campaign is about ensuring that we level the playing field, put money back in people's pockets, expand healthcare, freeze utility rates, and do everything we can to improve quality of life, whether you grew up in the community that I grew up in the heart of the city of Milwaukee, or whether you're out in rural Wisconsin, you're struggling to stay on the family farm. We have a bold, detailed plan at mandelabarnes.com. I encourage people to go check it out.
You know, Democratic socialism is having a moment for good and for bad right now. It has been captivating some voters. It has been the trigger for much criticism. There are some who are totally sold and many who are not. I want you to listen to what Stephen A. Smith told me just last night about Democratic socialism and the viability in office. Listen.
I think that it will sell in New York and California, but will it sell in a general election? I don't believe so, and I believe that could ultimately spell doom for the Democratic Party. You can't be reliant on the fringes. You can't be at the mercy of those on the extreme left.
Will Democratic Socialist candidates hurt the party's chances to win in Wisconsin or across the country this November?
I'll tell you what does sell is a rejection of the status quo, a rejection of this system that's been completely broken by the billionaire class. People have been left behind all across my state. The factory where my grandfather worked doesn't even exist anymore because the executives and these corporations felt that they can make more money sending our good paying jobs overseas. The same thing is happening in rural Wisconsin with the decline of the family farm because corporate interests. When you talk to people across the state, these conversations are not necessarily left and right. These are top and bottom. The people who've made out like bandits, who've made billions and now trillions of dollars, while everybody else is left stuck scrambling for crumbs. This system is completely broken, and voters are waking up to it because they see that too many elected officials don't have their best interests at heart. For too long, politicians have prioritized the interests of the wealthy over the middle class that continues to struggle. This fight is about uplifting and expanding the middle class so that we have an economy that functions from the middle out.
I'll be very curious how voters see it. Mandela Barnes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Next, President Trump's latest